welcome to this week's vlog. Tonight, Sigh is giving Coco a lesson. There they are, in the sound school. He's taken over her instruction. I'm only joking, but he's putting up fences and giving her a little bit of guidance, which is really lovely. There they go, over the jump. We've just had a little bit of a stressful situation. I've just had two B&B guests arrive at the same time, and I had a complete and utter panic that it was a double booking. If you have a B&B or run holiday lets, you'll know that double booking is an absolute worst nightmare. However, it wasn't a double booking. Some guests just got the wrong night. And they've come all the way from Newcastle and they don't live in the UK, so it's a little bit of a tense, stressful scenario, but resolved, and it's fine. And actually, the way it's been resolved means I don't have to iron a set of B&B sheets tonight. So actually, it's kind of worked out in my favour, bizarrely, which is a little bit of a relief, because tomorrow we are getting up even before the crack of sparrow farts to go to Badminton Horse Trials. Coco is absolutely desperate to go and watch Cross Country Day, and Sigh is coming with us and some friends, so I need to go make a picnic and start getting organised for it. But Coco wanted to ride after school, so it's actually currently 7:30 p.m. Absolutely glorious day. There we go. So I'm sorry, there's a lot of horsey content at the moment, and probably going to be even more tomorrow. Now I'm going to go and crack on and get our picnic ready. I'm making egg mayonnaise and ham sandwiches. I mean, not egg mayonnaise and ham together, separately. I did a food shop earlier, and I've had a day of sort of admin, bits and pieces, and sort of toing and froing and trying to get organised. I try and spend a Friday catching up on all sorts of things, and actually lovely Perry, who helps us, hasn't been very well this week, so there's been quite a lot of catching up to do. But a lovely evening, and I thought I would just share that with you. Look, in charge of poles, and he's actually, if you wonder what on earth he's wearing, he's been playing tennis, so he's in his tennis whites. Simon is completely obsessed with real tennis, and there's a real tennis court at Petworth House, which I'm sure I've told you this before if you're a regular. So he's been playing real tennis this afternoon, and he's still in his whites, putting up fences and being bossed by his teenage daughter. Good morning. It is the crack of sparrow farts. It's 5:45 and we're supposed to be leaving right now. Sigh is just having a shower and I'm chopping up these. I've had to hang up a set of B&B bed sheets because I need to get them dry. It's all go, and they hadn't finished last night and I had to go to bed. I was so tired. It's been a long week, and I'm really excited to be going to Badminton this morning, but at the same time I also quite like to be having a quiet day here. We've got Coco's confirmation tomorrow and her godmother's coming, and we've been a bit amiss about her confirmation, and it's kind of caught us out. My organisational skills haven't been their best recently. I have been preoccupied, and anyway, sorry, the dishwasher's going. So these are our sweet treat. They are chocolate Rice Krispie cakes. I'm trying to buy things, I'm trying not to buy things when I can make them and I know what is in them. Having listened to ultra processed people, I would rather have a chocolate treat that we've made. I know that it's got chocolate and Rice Krispies in, but this is a healthier option than buying a tub at a petrol station, you know, one of those M&S tubs. So I've gone for those. And I can hear that Sire's come down, so I am going to finish my matcha, make my hot water and lemon, and we're going to hit the road. We're heading over to pick up our friends, and then we are heading to Badminton Horse Trials. And I don't think the excitement of badminton ever disappears. I remember the first time I went to badminton, and we went as an owner and an owner of a horse that was stabling with us. They were from New Zealand and their owners weren't coming over, so we got to go. And it was the most exciting experience for an 8-year-old girl. And that excitement, if you're horsey and you get it, you get it. It doesn't leave you. Right, I'm going to crack on and I'll see you at Badminton. We made it. There is Badminton House in the background. We had a really, really good drive. I did all the driving because I knew if Sigh drove he would dilly-dally and there wasn't time for dilly-dallying. We have parked by fence number 29, which is a pretty good spot to be. I'm very, very happy with that. Is the car locked? The car is locked. I think the car is locked. And we are going to have a very, very lovely day. Are we going to the house? Yes, Joe, would you like to go to the
coffee
house?
over there, fresh coffee.
All he wants is fresh coffee with his Panarosa. Did you suggest going to the house for breakfast?
Where to where?
To the house? Is that what you just said?
Got it laid up for it.
And they got it laid up for us. We rang to say that we're on our way.
We're on our way.
He's on flying form today. Wow. The fences are enormous. I mean, that looks quite nice. From the other side. It's pretty terrifying. It's so lovely to be here. So we decided that we're just going to walk the course before it gets too busy and before it gets too hot. Sigh. Bless him. He's really up for it and enthusiastic, which is good. He's never been so involved. And he was talking this morning about his lesson that he gave to Coco yesterday. Darling, because Daddy was helping me, it all went well. And you must listen to Daddy, because I have picked up a thing or two over the years. So sweet. Anyway, it is really, really lovely to be here. And totally worth getting up at 4:45 to get here before the rush of traffic and before it's got too busy. So we've just been watching a rider pace out these two corners. They are so technical and really, really challenging. And she's walked it about 3 times, just trying to get her line exactly right. So I was like, I think we need to come and sit here and watch this fence. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It really is. It really is. It's going to be interesting to see how this course rides. The course doesn't start for over an hour. Yeah, about an hour and a quarter. So it's just lovely to be able to look at all the fences and take it all in before the action kicks off.
Next away will be India Wishart for Great Britain, Diamond Salthouse. The Max Warburton and Monbeg exclusive. So approaching the Mars Equestrian Sustainability Bay. Bobby Upton and Cola drops down into the water. Another one opting to circle between those separately numbered fences.
I'm here with Kaho Designs, and I just love their new dresses. Look at this. This comes in green as well. They're available at the moment for pre-order. When are they coming in?
Next week.
And this is what I have got. It's this one, isn't it? It's actually in the car. Grabbed it at 6 a.m. this morning. I've got this, but I'm also rather loving the pink. Look at these. And then. Now these dresses also come in, so there's a blue, the pink, and there's a green version that's coming too. And they're really long, and they pull in at the waist, so I think these are just going to be amazing. Have we got pockets too?
Yep. And they've got the stripe that everybody loves.
They've got stripe. I love the white stripe on this dress, so I have this version. Now these are new in. They're not yet on the website. When will they be?
Well, I could probably put them on next week.
This is coming out next Friday.
Yeah.
So these might be on the website, but look how gorgeous that is. So that's a sort of thicker version of this. And maybe
And a longer.
and
with
a
pockets.
little bit more fitted.
Yeah, with a structure. collar.
Yeah. So maybe more sophisticated
Yeah.
and elegant.
It's-
And this is a little bit more cash.
This, I know, they're so.
The quality is spot on.
But I just think the structure of that is amazing.
And then this is the blue version, which I think is really, really gorgeous too. Yeah, if we can have rather loving these.
With jeans and just navy
Jeans
trousers.
and trousers and trainers.
Yeah.
Really cool.
They're really they're the jackets.
Or
aren't
overdress.
they?
So we're just having a little look at the Ifor Williams Aventa trailer, which is this, which has got a lot of space and a living. Look how amazing this is.
If the two, you haven't got a 2-axle here, have you?
Sorry, negotiating behind me. Let me just move it out. That's pretty cool. So we're on the Ifor Williams stand. We've been umming and ahhing and talking about trailers for a very long time, and this is the Aventa. This is a large one. They also do a medium one, and I've got the brochure. We'll probably be still talking about this in years to come, but my little trailer doesn't fit Colin and Santana together, so we do need to make a change at some point. It's a perfect place to come and chat and have a look at the trailers and talk about what the options are.
Jumping efforts well behind them. And back towards Badminton Horse as they approach. Fence number 27, the Wiltshire.
From the start box, the last competitor to head cross country. The 75th anniversary of the Irish Badminton Horse Trials. With the funnel away with the 11-year-old.
So look who I have found. That's a bit awkward, but Anna, who runs Salthouse, and we finally met in person, and the product, Anna's product and its taste is just incredible. We're just talking about new exciting things that are coming in the pipeline.
Yes, I know, so many fabulous new shoes and new clothing, so we're super excited.
It's really exciting. Here is the green. Is it called green courtesan? Courtesan.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with these things. Which I absolutely adore. And then you will recognise the shoe. So these are. That's a new colour, isn't it, Anna?
Yeah, that's
What's
taupe.
it called?
Taupe, yeah. So that's so popular this weekend.
Gorgeous, and I think this is perfect for summer. I've got a pair of this, which I think is just stunning with white and with linen, and it's just, lighter than the classic tan.
I've got that, don't worry.
But also this green. It's not coming across very well on camera. Let's go over here. It's just the most beautiful green. And such a gorgeous stand, and lovely to meet this gorgeous girl in person. So I come to visit the Hicks and Brown stand, and I've actually just bought myself this hat because I felt like I needed a little bit of an upgrade from my sun visor. They've got so many wonderful summer hats. I'll turn you around and show you properly. I'm here with Grace. This is her first badminton with her new brand, which I've watched since the beginning, and it's very, very exciting to see them grow. You wonder what I'm doing. I'm trying on this shirt to see whether it's too extravagant to wear with a collar up. Grace is like, you can do it, Charlie. I'm just going to show you quickly. Her tailoring is really, really beautiful with the leather patches and the matching skirt. I think it's just very, very, very stylish. And then the white shirt too. And I've got this gorgeous blue check that I'm trying on. And then these are they black? Yes, they are. So really, really smart and formal. And then you've got the skirt. That's the tweed skirt that goes with the jacket. But it's lovely to actually finally meet Grace here in person.
I love your work.
So a very, very happy time at badminton. I'm wearing my new hat and just heading back to the car. Our friends are at the car and they have just opened a bottle of bubbles. And because I did all the driving down here, I'm going to have a drink and let my husband drive back. And I might even fall asleep. It's been a really, really wonderful day. I bumped into an old friend from Pony Club, bumped into a few really, really lovely old friends. Saw a few brands, Salthouse, Hicks and Hyde, Kaho Prints, and then the wonderful Grace from Diane, the label, and I got that beautiful shirt. I think I will get a lot of wear out of that, and I can see them. I don't think you can see. I'll get a little bit closer, but they definitely don't want to be on camera. They've set up a proper full-on picnic and they've got the bottle out. So we're going to go and enjoy them and enjoy the rest of our evening at badminton. Look, there they are by my car. Deck chairs out, doors open, bottle open, and I think we'll eat the rest of our sandwiches before heading back. Good morning. I'm looking quite aside. I've been tackling the housework this morning. So I was mowing the lawn and we both woke up early. I thought, right, it's been such a busy week. I need to blitz the house, but I'm up here on an itchy nose. Di is giving Coco a flat work lesson, dressage lesson. I've just brought her up a smoothie. So he had a smoothie at badminton yesterday. He said, do you think you could do those? I was like, well, I often do, and you normally don't drink them. So he was like, no, I want to be healthy. So I made him a lovely berry smoothie this morning with some of Susanna's kefir. So delicious and packed full of goodness. So a good way to start the day, and there was extra smoothie, so I bought a glass. Just watching a bit of their lesson, then I need to actually whiz the hoover around. The dogs have got this really annoying habit of finding sticks in the garden, bringing them in and chewing them, and there's bits of wood everywhere, so I need to sort that out. And I've got a load of laundry that I need to get out on the line and another load to do. I love this time of year when you can get the laundry out, and I'm making the most of this weather because I think it's going to turn next week, which is a little bit of a bore. I'm going to watch a little bit of their lesson and then go and get cracking. Hi, I have been really, really, really useless at vlogging. There has been lots going on. Sigh's crashing around upstairs. I don't know what he's doing. Dan, what are you doing? You're crashing around. You're crashing around. Yeah. He's taking some things out to the car. But lovely feedback on what's in my wardrobe. Thank you. That video went out on Tuesday, so if you haven't watched it, go and head over. I'm sharing some new finds with you. This is one of them. This is from Lulu Collection, and I'm loving it. It's just that cozy kind of extra layer. The weather forecast, well, the weather is just a little bit iffy. We had rain yesterday. We haven't had rain yet today, but it's just a bit iffy, and so it's quite nice just to have a little extra layer of coziness. And this is my absolute favourite colour at the moment. I love it. So this is a Lulu Collection piece. The Arga stopped working. Oh, drama. Yesterday, Coco said to me, Mummy, the Arga's cold. What's happened? I don't know. And we use a company called Hoden Taylor. They're based in Guildford. I'm going to give them a shout out because they have been phenomenal. And I spent like 30 minutes on the phone to a guy yesterday, Pete, and he was like troubleshooting what could be the problem. So our auger is electric, and we've got this main part, and then we've got the module, and actually it turned out that it was a problem with the fuse switch, and I needed to change the fuse. And then actually I got our electrician to come and check it today, and he's actually replaced the whole socket. So it is now coming up to temperature, which is really, really good. I've got my cruiser ready. I had a loaf of sourdough that I was going to cook last night. We were going to have for breakfast, and I couldn't cook it because it was cold. And I could have used the module, but actually we were toing and froing, and it just wasn't going to work. The times weren't going to work with like heating it up, getting it ready, cooking it, taking it out. I didn't have that 2-hour window opportunity. Whereas when it's on, you can just push, you know, put your loaf in and you don't have to worry about it. So anyway, that went wrong. Feels like lots of things are being a little challenging at the moment, but hey ho, I've not come on here to moan and whinge to you guys. I've got a meeting in 15 minutes, which is why, in fact 10 minutes, which is why I'm checking my watch. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. I've been saving them, so I'm going to get them quickly. So if you've been around here for a while, you will have heard me mention the Card Boys. And this is not an ad. This is something that I subscribe to, I pay for. I met them at the Country Living Fair in Islington when I went in November, and I love it. I absolutely love it because it makes me send cards to people, and I have just sent a card to my darling son. I've got a birthday card here which I am going to send to a friend whose birthday it is, but you just get, I don't know how often they send them. I want to say it's not every month. I think it's every quarter, and you get them. I pay my subscription, and I'll leave them linked down below in case you're interested. What's inside this season's box, and there is a little summary of the cards that are in my box, and it's just really lovely. We've got one son that's away at school, and I just pop a card in the post to him each week and let him know that I'm thinking about him. And I just think it's so lovely to get post and to actually stop and write a handwritten letter. And I know that it's so lovely when I go out and I find something that somebody has sent me, a little thoughtful something. So the Card Boys, oh, that's Sigh's phone. The Card Boys is just a really great subscription, and then you've always got a stash of cards on hand that you can send out to a friend, to a loved one, to somebody that's having a tough time, whatever. But I can highly, highly recommend that subscription. And then we have a box of goodies that L'Occitane have kindly sent me as a present, which is very, very generous of them. I have worked with L'Occitane in the past, and I love their products. I use their face cream morning and night. I've got 2 separate ones, which are my morning one, which is slightly lighter, and then richer one at night, and they're just dream products. I adore almonds, so I'm thoroughly going to enjoy an edible treat from them. And this is their amazing almond range. If you don't know about the shower oil, you are really, really missing out because it is phenomenal. My daughter has discovered it and she thinks it's phenomenal too. So if you don't have time to moisturize, but you want to pamper your skin, you can just shower with this and it just leaves your skin really soft, and it's just a luxurious shower experience. I can highly, highly recommend using that product, and it smells so amazing too. It actually reminds me of my childhood, which I love. Then this is a whipped cleansing and softening delicious shower with almond oil. So I haven't tried this, but I am sure it's really, really dreamy. I will keep you posted on that one. Then this I'm intrigued by, and actually is something I wish I had had years and years and years ago, because this is a supple skin oil, which is just amazing. It improves the appearance of stretch marks and me. Yes, 3 children, and Elos Danlos, my skin doesn't have the collagen and the elastin, so I know all about stretch marks. So this would have been amazing, but it's never too late, so I'm going to give it a go. Sweet almond oil has been known since ancient times for its many benefits and its naturally rich skin protecting compounds. Known for its antioxidant properties to help fight skin elasticity for more beautiful skin. A key I can't say that word, as a key component in skin protective barrier to help make skin more supple. And omega-9, did you know omega-9 was in almonds? Fatty acids that occur naturally in skin to help nourish, improve and soften. Darling, how do I say this word? Oh, he's on the phone.
No.
This word, hang on.
Squalene.
Squalene. Everyone needs a sigh.
Like Pauline, but with an SQ.
Squalene, like Pauline, but with an SQ in front. Thanks, darling. So that I am going to give a whirl to, because it is never too late. And I actually really love a skin oil. So again, I'm often in a hurry and there isn't time to moisturize after I've got out of the shower. So actually that's a perfect time when your skin is damp to rub in an oil, and then as you're doing your skincare routine, you can let that oil soak in before you get dressed. So a box of goodies from L'Occitane, but that shower oil I use regularly. I buy it for myself, I buy it for a treat for my daughter. I actually gave her a bottle for her birthday because she loves it so much, and it really is gorgeous. So those are some goodies that I wanted to share with you. Now I am going to prepare for my meeting and then chat to you a little bit later once I've done that. Yes, right, I need to get my head in the zone. I have come out for a walk with the dogs after my meeting, and Di is ahead on Santana. Santana was a bit of a minx last night when Coco rode her, and she refused to go through a muddy patch. So Di and I are going down to see if we can sort her out. She really is, and I know I say this regularly on here, she really is a chestnut mare. So we will see whether we can get her through. But I thought the dogs could have a good walk, I could have some exercise, and be here to give Di a hand if needs be. So that is the plan. And it's just such a lovely, lovely afternoon. The forecast this week was supposed to be quite mixed. And actually it's lovely, and the weather at Badminton was perfect. We had such a lovely time there. Even if you're not horsey, it's a jolly lovely day out if you just like sort of country lifestyle and things like that. There's lots for everybody to see. I still can't quite get over how, sorry, fly just flew in my mouth. I still can't get over how much of a good sport my husband was and walked the whole course. Was really kind of engaged and focused and enthusiastic. Like, yes, love that he actually enjoys horse trials, and he's sort of made noises about going to others, which is excellent. So it's good to have him on side. But I'm going to enjoy my walk with the dogs and with Di. Look at them. To be honest, I should have got on Colin, but I've got to go on the school run in about 30 minutes, so there wasn't time to jump on Colin as well, which is a shame, because actually it would have been really lovely to have gone for a hack with Di. Definitely. Di's amazing. She got her through. She had a little moment. I didn't think it was fair to film it, but I'll turn you around and chat to you. She tried it on for a moment with Di, but Di got her through. Last night was not a night to have a battle. Coco was tired, I was tired, and as with everything in life, you have to pick your battles and you have to pick your moments. And whilst you shouldn't let a young horse get away with it, sometimes you just have to let it go. And I knew that last night it was just not worth it. So we headed back, and actually it worked out really well that I was walking the dogs, and I've just been here just to walk in front of Santana, just to give her a little bit of a confidence that actually it's okay. I'll show you in a moment, but this bridge is quite spooky, and then it's quite narrow, and actually it's not as muddy as yesterday, but it was so muddy here yesterday. Santana thought, I don't want to get my pretty little legs muddy, so she just refused. And every time Coco kicked her forward, she reared, and every time Coco smacked her, she barked, which isn't much fun. So anyway, mission accomplished. This was a bit that they were struggling with, but it's not half as muddy as it was yesterday, which is a relief. Now, I actually am wearing my Salthouse driving loafers, which wasn't ideal. I was just going to go around the block. We're going to jump for it. There. I was just going to go around the block, and then Di said, come on, sorry, spinning, dog wrapped around me. Let's go for it while I've got you here. I was like, I haven't got my shoes on. I didn't want to be an amp in front of Di. So anyway, they'll clean up. Hang on, we're spinning again. Penny keeps wrapping herself around me with the lead. Anyhow, that's a result that we got her through there without too much of a battle. I mean, it took 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is fine. Right, we need to crack on because I need to leave home in 15 minutes to pick up the children. But I am just going to take a moment to admire this wonderful view. Young horses grazing in the field, and you can't really see it, you can see it behind me, but it is a beautiful, beautiful day. Come on, Pen. Off we go home. I'm back from my dog walk, and not too bad at all. I'm going to use a brush and brush off the mud. They look kind of dry enough, and I could use a suede brush, but actually I'm just going to use this one and just brush off that mud and give those a good clean, and these will be as good as new in no time at all. You want to make sure that the mud is dried before you give them a brush, and you can always use the suede spray to protect them as well, but these will come up and they will be as good as new. But I've got the kettle boiling. I'm just going to make a cup of hot water and lemon, and I must hit the road and go and pick up the wee ones. But I just wanted to show you what to do if you end up going for a walk and your suede shoes get muddy. You can just give them a jolly good brush once the mud has dried, and they will be as good as new. I have actually got a how to clean suede video, like full, like proper how to do it, that I filmed a while ago, so I will link that in the description of this video if you want to learn how to clean suede shoes properly, like really, you know, suede brush, all the rest of it. But that is good enough for now. Right, off I go. And on another note, the tumble dryer is now playing up as well. Oh my goodness, what else? What else? The ARC yesterday, the tumble dryer today. I've just cleaned out the filter as well, and it's still not working, which is really, really annoying. It's making sad noises at me. So I will be on the case tomorrow to see what I can do. I think I've got like an insurance policy thing for it, so hopefully I can get an engineer out. I don't use it very often. I just use it to fluff up the towels, so it's not the end of the world. It's just slightly irritating. So, yep, we are doing loading practice again. So we haven't loaded this one for a few days, at least a few days, probably about 4. So it is loading practice this evening because we don't want her to get out of the habit. So Coco is so patient with her. She is just, yeah, on and off, lots of pats, lots of reward, and slowly we are making progress, which is such a result. I mean, Alec was amazing. Alec Miles came, he came twice, and he's really helped with Coco's confidence. But with Santana and with young horses. It's about repetition, it's about practice. There they are, easy peasy. But it's not always easy peasy. Sometimes she takes 5 minutes, she thinks about it, she tries it on, she just tests all the time, and so it is about repetition and it becoming normal. Dear Colin is waiting very patiently in his stable. Once they finish their loading practice, we'll turn them out for the evening. It got a little bit hot this afternoon, so after Dye Road I said, why don't you leave them in, and then when I get back from the school run we can do loading practice and then turn them out. So that is what we have done. And they're doing now. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out because it has been in the fridge for a lot longer than it should have been. I should have baked this yesterday, but we will see. We will see. I'm not so sure, but who knows what will happen. I think it's had too long, but we're not going to waste it. I'm just going to score it, and let's just do a simple score so as we don't waste time. There, fingers crossed, but I don't have high hopes. Lid on and into the Arga, which is finally up to temperature for an hour. So it is a rather disappointing loaf of sourdough that should have been baked 24 hours ago, but I think it will be all right. It just hasn't risen as beautifully as I would have liked, but we will still enjoy that tomorrow for breakfast. It's a little bit of a pancake loaf, but luckily the Arga is back on track and back working, and tomorrow I shall try and sort the tumble dryer out. Darling, I haven't told you, but the tumble dryer's packed up today. The Arga yesterday, the dryer today. Hopefully there is nothing that goes wrong tomorrow because I've had enough, and I know it comes in threes, but I really don't need another one. Anyway, I am going to put Lola far away from this, or actually shut this in the larder to cool because she will have it. And I'm going to go and have a bath and get ready for bed, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'm actually early, which is a rare thing. Coco has got her weekly lesson and Santana wasn't that easy to load. I ended up having to get some pony nuts involved because I didn't want to miss a lesson. But we weren't late, which was good. I left plenty of time. And actually Di came to help me get her ready because I had a meeting and various things going on this morning, and I knew that I was going to be tight in time. So I got back from the school run and hitched up, so I was ready to go. And I was really pleased that we did our loading practice last night, because otherwise I don't think I would have had a hope this morning. But we did it. We're here. Hopefully she loads easily. And it is a day for the Kensington coat, although I think I might take it off now. It was absolutely peeing with rain at home. And I love this coat, and the feedback I had from last week's vlog on my collaboration with the Kensington collection was so lovely. So the most enormous thank you for your support on that, because it is, quite a few of you said it is a perfect fit. Like, these coats were made for me and I love it, and it's a joy. I've actually got the gilet here to change into because I think I can now get away with gilet. I don't think the heaven's going to open on me. I did a little shop at Mole Valley on my way back from the school run this morning because I wanted to get some treats, and Colin needed a new rug, and I love these rugs from Weather Beater. They are the best. And he's 7 foot, he's so enormous, so I was quite pleased I found this. I actually had a look at Badminton and didn't find anything. The one I wanted, they didn't have his size, they were sold out. But I have got this so I can keep him clean, and they are shower proof Showerproof, comfortable, breathable, versatile, and they're just sort of perfect for this time of year. So that is a newbie for dear Colin. He's actually never had one of those, so it'd be quite useful because he's grey, and at least that's going to keep him clean. I also haven't even tried this on yet. I got myself a sun visor because actually that's quite good. It's quite good for keeping the sun off my face for our holiday to Corsica. I just thought that that would be really quite useful because my blue one, although it's my favourite, is quite beaten up. It's definitely seen better days, and I quite liked the blue stripe in that, but the lighter fabric. I don't know how like UV protective that is. It's probably not so, but it will be okay. So that was my little haul from Mole Valley. And I'm now going to go and watch Coco's lesson. I'm going to change, put my other gilet on. And oh, it's been one of those weeks. I'm feeling tired. I did do a workout this morning. I really had to psych myself up, but I knew that I would feel better having kind of pushed myself to exercise. This week's been a bit emotional. And so I didn't realise that I was going to be emotional. He didn't realise he was going to upset me, but there's been some stuff, like dad stuff going on, and so I was like, well, I thought you'd be okay by now. And I was like, that's the most insensitive man thing that you could ever say. And I think because I've actually kept a lid on my feelings and my emotions, and I haven't talked about them or shared them. And I actually said to Sigh, I've probably shared them more with you guys than I have with him, on purpose, because we've got a lot going on at the moment, and I just need to deal with that, and then I can deal with my emotions and my feelings. And at the moment I just sort of have to suppress it. But so I totally didn't realise that he was going to upset me, and he didn't mean to at all, but he just said something that just caught me at the wrong moment off guard, and I cried. And he was like, are you all right? And I was like, no, I'm not. And you know, when you let the floodgates open, sometimes it's hard to stop them and close them again, and it was a bit like that. So I feel like it's been quite an emotional week, and I have been pretty useless at vlogging, which I'm sorry about, although badminton was great fun, and that was an absolute highlight. Oh, somebody also asked me how my hand was, so I'm going to give you a quick update. Let me take this off because I'm getting a bit hot actually. My hand, I mean, you wouldn't know it had happened. I've got more of a burn from the Arca. Well, this was from the Arca too. Those of you that don't know, back in January, I burnt my hand really badly. It was a steam burn from the Arca kettle. And the Arca kettle was actually empty, but it had been on the hot ring for about 10 minutes. And steam was coming out of it, but there was nothing in there. And I stupidly took the lid off, took it over to the sink, filled it up, and the cold water hit the bottom of the kettle and steam came billowing out and caught my hand, and I burnt it really badly. The light's doing funny things, but it is so much better. The only thing that I had problems with, and actually I've been rubbing Tam Mason's hand oil, nourishing hand oil that I have by my bed. I had a bit of scar tissue build up over my thumb knuckle, and when I was doing my workouts and holding weights and things, I could feel that, but I've been rubbing this oil in and it has worked really well. So actually you wouldn't know anything had happened. I think I have to be careful in the sun because it's more likely to burn, so I will make sure that I put sun cream on my hands. And actually when I put Factor 50 over my face in the morning, I then put more, like the excess, I wipe over the back of my hands. So that's something to be mindful of, but it's healed really, really well. And while we're talking about updates, I'll just give you an update on the boobs. They're both perfect. No lumps, no bumps, no sore. That clip is in there, it's all settled down. That is thanks to Adrian, the acupuncturist. I absolutely love that man. He is incredible. So I had a hematoma in my breast that I had a biopsy on, and it was very, very uncomfortable. And Adrian put some needles in and he said, I'm going to drain the hematoma. My boob was black and blue for like 2 weeks, and he did drain the hematoma. I've had no pain since, and that was back in, when was it? I think it was before Christmas, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. So anyway, that's a little bit of an update. I'm going to go and watch Coco's lesson and chat to you a little bit later on, although it's probably almost the end of this week's vlog, because I have been prattling on quite a bit the last couple of days. So anyway, let's go and watch her ride. Oh my goodness gracious me, what a week. I mean, what a week. That horse has just taken 3 hours to load. She just wasn't, she just planted. Literally, the Arga. I don't think I finished telling you the story about the Arga either. Basically, Hoden Taylor were amazing and they taught me through it, so I didn't need to get an engineer out. They saved me loads of money. They were really kind, really considerate and really helpful. So big shout out to them. So yes, the Arga, the tumble dryer, the washing machine played up this morning, but I managed to fix that, I think, fingers crossed. And then 3 hours to load this horse to come home. I can't believe it. Coco had to go back to school, and a lovely, lovely, lovely person came to help me, and she is on the same kind of wavelength as Alec Miles, similar sort of technique, and we finally got her in. I spent an hour on my own trying, and then she came and helped, but it was just, yeah, really, really stressful. So that is the end of this week's vlog. Let's hope next week is better. I have spoken to Alec. I haven't got a game plan yet. I will have one. I'm exhausted, and actually I've got about 3 hours of work to do now. The week that just keeps on giving, I think this week is. I will be very pleased to see the back of it. Hey ho! Trying to remain positive. I am going to unload this lot, sort it out, make myself a nice cup of herbal tea, and let's hope that my computer plays ball and I can edit this week's vlog relatively swiftly, because I want to have a bath and I want a very early night, and let's hope that tomorrow is a new day. I cannot believe it took 3 hours. Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Let's hope that next week is better. Fingers crossed.